beautiful sight. Oh, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is a bluebird, here to stay. Yes, a bluebird, he's singing a song as we go on.
Right, it's Verns fishing, and here we are. That's a Second World War pillbox. There's my van. There's my gear. We're at Easington Beach. Been a bit of a disaster day today, really. Again, let me just turn that there. Yeah, better. Again. I went over the Humber Bridge and headed to Hornsey, expecting there to be a right-hand turn for Wivensey, and it weren't until I got to Hornsey I then realised that I should have gone through Hull. What a journey out of my way. So I called into Wivensey bait shop, no fresh bait. I've opened my lugworm up and now like bits of licorice stick again. So I shall tell the tackle shop again, but I expect they won't do nothing for me. Sorry for the wind. What else can I say? I'm fishing one rod at the minute because I can't be asked to fish two for things to go wrong. It's a force. Like I say, we're on Easington Beach. Let me show you that. See? So we're on Easington Beach, and I think the rain's now coming. My wife said to me there ain't going to be no rain, but it's now coming. Never mind. So high tide's about 8:30. Tide's now coming in. I've got a bit of weed on my line. I haven't had any bites yet. I've caught a crab. I've had bait off my hook, which obviously was the crabs. Today I'm fishing the Pen 525s, and I've coupled that with my new rod, which is M Sport Power Icon. It's their Mark III rod. Yeah, stop chucking the bloody camera about there. So like I say, it's an Icon and it's the M Sport Power. It's the Mark III rod, the new rod out. It's a nice rod, but it's not as nice for me at the minute as the Icon Ultra Power. The Ultra Power has got a fiberglass tip, and it feels a lot softer. I don't know if I like this rod, and I don't think today I'm going to work out whether I do like it. I think I'm going to have to go fishing with it again. I don't know whether they'll take it back. Everyone's nice, the people I bought it off. They might do. But verdict's out on it. But then again, I don't use multiplier very often. I used to use multiplier all the time, but because I fish at the river on the Humber, I'm always using fixed bill because it's easier to fish there. And I just tend to use multipliers on the beach. So by all means, I'm no proficient caster of this rod, so it might just be me. I've got a sliding reel seat on it which I don't like. It lifts the reel up too high because I've only got small hands. So I think that'll be coming off next time. I'll just be using coasters. I'm on a bit of a bank here, bit of a sand bank. And the water's now coming up to the top of it, so as soon as it hits me here, it's going to be rushing down quite a way down, as you can see. That water was probably half an hour ago, 40 minutes ago, it was probably another 20 metres out. Let's come in, zoom in this bit, just coming to a bit of a, let me just show you. I don't know if you can see that, but it sort of like goes like that. A bit of a thing there. Over there we've got a boat zooming round out there in between the windmills. Down that way, down there is Spurn Point, where all that trees and grass and stuff and the bits of cliff there, that's the start of Spurn Point. Kilnsea is there. I've been to Kilnsea. I was going to fish at Kilnsea, but you got to pay in the car park. It was £4. I know it's not a lot of money, but when I was last there it was free. So I've come away. Just do another red cast I think next time, and see if I can get a feel for the rod. When you're trying to swing that pendulum around, like I used to about 13, 14 years ago, it's not that bite. It's hard work. You certainly, it don't come natural. I might just pick this rod up and move it back. And then reel it in. And then the next cast I think I'll do, I'll just do another head thump. And just see if I can feel the rod, see if I can feel whether it's too stiff or... I brought my Ron Thompson accelerator thinking that, oh, I've been casting alright at the river with my fixed spools. Put a multiplier on, it's just totally different, you know. I haven't had a bird's nest, you know, I can cast with a multiplier, I just can't cast very well. So I think I'll hang up now and stop rattling on. Just the tide, but then let me show you out here, because I often see on YouTube where a lot of people on YouTube, they film themselves, and it's good, alright to put yourself on film, but sometimes people just like to have a look at what's going on and have a look around, and instead you just watch the person talking all the time, well, rattling on. And I'm boring enough, so let alone that's the tide. That ain't no fish on that, and I've got weed as well, and this isn't very good. All this weed here, look. What on earth's all that about? Where's that come from? And what's this stuff here? It's got roots, look. Why ain't it in it? Yeah, this is Easington. There's Oldie Camp there. I suppose you could book in there, have a holiday and come down there and fish, but that wouldn't excite me. I've been to Hornsey today, and I started off at Hornsey, and I could get in the car park, it's free. All I had to do was walk down the steps straight onto the beach. There was only one other chap there fishing. And that was at about 12:15, 12:30. 2 o'clock gone I got here. think I should have stopped at Hornsey, and I bet you Hornsey misses this weather. Anyhow, this is Easington. We're blowing a force 4. Sea state is slight. I think high tide's about 5'8" tonight. I'm not 100% certain. I wasn't planning on being there when it was high tide. I was just going to fish during the day. But there, I'll sign off now, and I shall bring you back in a bit. Right. Well, it's been raining. It's still raining. We're still at Easington. I've had no button. I haven't caught a thing. Nothing at all. So it's about normal. When I was in the bait shop at Verns, the woman said that it normally catches here, coming up to high tide and just over. I've fished from low tide. Coming up to where you can see now, you can see the difference in the beach. The pillbox, I don't know if you can see with this camera. Let me just, I ain't got a zoom. Yeah. There it is there. That's the top of the pillbox. The tides come in, well that must have been a metre, 1.3 metres high. Yeah, it must have been 1.2, 1.3 metres high. So that's what I'm fishing into at the minute. I'm fishing into about a metre and a half. So there's got to be fish floating around there somewhere. My lugworms are terrible. The next packet that I've opened up, which is from the shop in town, they are a little bit softer, not as leathery. I mean, they're that leathery and like sticks of licorice that I can't even get the hook in. I just have to bait elastic it to the hook. Can't thread it through the hook. So it's raining. I've got this camera. It's not my little camera because the sound on that is buggering up. Don't know why. Probably because it's a cheap bloody GoPro thing. Or a fake one anyhow, so I've got to invest into a better camera. Whether it's worth investing into a better camera, I don't know. I've got to do a lot more casting with this rod. I'm just doing another head thump at the minute with it, just so that I can get the feel of it. And then I shall do off the ground before I even start pendulum. But I might go down to the local field and have a cast there. I've got a huge bait out there at the minute. I've got 4 of these black lugworms all bound together on the hook. So I've got 4 black lugs out there. It would be nice just to catch a fish. It's still raining. I've got nice light skies over Verns and going up to Hornsey. So if I was fishing there, I'd have been fishing 2 hours earlier, and I'd probably be in the dry. But I really wanted to fish at Kilnsea, which is down there, right down there. That's where I wanted to fish. The tide was quite a way out there. It was closer in here at Easington than it was at Kilnsea. So I couldn't be asked to walk all that way out. couldn't be bothered to park in the car park, not because it was £4, but the way they've constructed the car park, where you park your car, you step out into a great big huge puddle. No matter where, on either side of the car park, it's the same. So if you do go to Kilnsea and you park in that car park, make sure you're driving in your wellies. So I left down there and come here. It's nice, there's nothing wrong with it. I'll just give you another pan around. It's that way where you're looking now is up to Wivensea and Hornsey. You've got the eroded cliffs, caravan park, slipway there that you can walk down, and then down there it goes all the way down to Spurn Point. And no bites. So what I'll do is I'll bring you back. If I get a bite. I don't know if I've got water on the camera. Probably have. I think I have. So I've got to look at getting a better camera. I've got this camera from years ago. It's a Canon. I've got a Canon camera come video, which is really good. But you can't bring that down onto the beach to get fish guts all over it. So I'm looking at a GoPro. By the time this film gets put up, I'll probably have it. So there's no point in me asking you what you think. But they do a refurbished GoPros on eBay from a certain seller, and it comes with a year's warranty from GoPro. It's actually registered with GoPro, I think. So I'm looking at probably buying one from him because it's cheaper. But then if I buy it and it's cheaper by £110 it is, will it be 100% alright, or will I get the one and only naff one? So I have to think about it. I'm more concerned that I can't. It's been a long time since I've cast out a multiply reel. I can't pendulum cast, but I can swing it around and chuck it out there. But it's potluck where it goes. When I was fishing last, because I had a big gap between my fishing times, I've just got back into it again. And when I was fishing 14 years ago, 15 years ago, I could pendulum cast then. Now it's interesting now because this tide is coming in now a lot more stronger, and my weight is overhead to the right. It's actually pushed it over, whereas it was straight out. So I'm going to reel it in, change the rig, cast out again, probably just thump it out again with another head, just try and get a feel of this rod. If it's like a bloody beanpole, then I might have to change it for the one that I've already got, which will be a shame because this is the new rod. You know, it's all meant to be better. Anyhow, I'm signing off now from Easington. The pillbox is totally gone now, virtually. That don't make sense, does it? But there you go. I'm going to stop rattling on, and I'm going to leave you now. Thank you very much. Right, I've got a fish on there, I think. I've got a bite anyhow. See that? It's all nice and calm out there. So it isn't the waves that are hitting my line. Ooh! Did you see that bugger? Right, let's see if we can get this on there. Oh, I'm getting excited there. Right. If there ain't a fish on it, I'm going to look an idiot, aren't I? Just be weed. There's weed on the line, so it could just be weed. How can life be so cruel, eh? How can it be so cruel? To me as though the weed is getting on the line. I'm pulling the weight out. Well, looks to me as though the weed's going around the line and pulling the weight out, and that's why it's going on the ratchet. The trajectory of that cast was very good for me. If I could get that trajectory with a pendulum, it'd go a long way. Dear. Well, I don't know how much of that you actually got. Don't even know if you heard me. But what I think happened there was no fish on it. But obviously the rod was bouncing up and down. It was going on the ratchet as well. I'd slackened the star drag off, and it was going on the ratchet as well. I seriously thought there was a fish on there. Line was going out. Whatever it was taking the line out. But obviously the ratchet was going. I've never heard that before. I was getting right excited. But obviously all it was weed was going around my line, and with the tide on that pulled the weight out, and then it was obviously drifting. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to fish. I weren't planning on fishing into the night. I've got quite a long drive. Well, I must have a couple of hours to get home, even though it took me 3 to get here. 3 hours. Jesus, could have driven to Great Yarmouth. So it's pulling the line round already. Looks to me as though the tide's going that way, but my line's going that way, so it can't be. Those seagulls are coming in to roost on the beach. I don't know if you can see them. They tend to come in to the beaches at night time. I expect they just bed down and go to sleep. So I'm just doing another red thump, just trying to get a feel for the rod. The M Sport Ultra Power, which is the I need a sulphur stick, which is the one with the fiberglass tip. When you cast that, you can't feel it; it's effortless. Whereas with this one, when you cast it, you're pulling into a brick wall a little bit. So it's a lot more powerful rod. This one. The difference between this is, whereas the other one's got a fiberglass tip, this is carbon all the way through. There is some writing on it. I'll probably do a rod review. I've said I would. It's just that I haven't really got anywhere in my garden to do it. But I'll try and do it. Show the rods. I've got the reducer for this as well. I would like to. I don't really want to send it back if they'd take it back, but the last rod I bought, they said to me that if you're not happy with it, we'll take it back and we'll sort you out a rod that you are happy with. So they're a fantastic company. I'm talking about Veals. Absolutely fantastic company. But I'm gonna go down on the field. Don't really like to nowadays. There's a lot of yobs about nowadays. A bit different than 12, 13 years ago when you used to go down the field to cast. It'd just be nice just to get one fish. It's a long trek here. I wish I'd gone to Hornsey. The problem is, once you get over the Humber Bridge and you head towards Beverley and then Driffield to Bridge, these are all, you don't reach these places, but you go on the road to these places to get to Hornsey. The speed restrictions in fucking Yorkshire is ridiculous. 30 mile an hour, you're on a 60 mile an hour road and it drops down to 30, 40, 30. Speed camera signs everywhere. No speed cameras. Absolute pain in the arse. It's like they go on about these cycle bloody races for all these bloody people that cycle, and there's blue bikes everywhere with a yellow Y for Yorkshire. But as soon as you get into the county, they drop speed to stupid mile an hour, and it takes you forever to get somewhere. Absolute pain. 14, 15 years ago, I used to come across here. I could get from my house to Hornsey in about an hour and 15 minutes. I don't think you can do that now, not unless you want to go through all the speed limits and break them. And that was keeping to the speed limits before. Nearly. But that's just a bloody gripe for me. It's nothing really. But I think it would be better for me to leave my house and just go straight to Hornsey. Straight down on the beach. It's all sandy. A bit rough ground. This is a bit of a, well, not rough ground, it's mixed. There's sand out there. We've got a rainbow now. It's over there to there. Let me show you. See the rainbow? And then it's over there. It's only a little bit over there. But there, rainbow. Anyhow. It's mixed ground there, really. The few rocks in just there, but you don't really, unless you keep getting weed in your tip. Why they put small tips on there, I don't know. Rings, I don't know. Why don't they just put a decent sized ring on a rod? I'd rather pull the weed out down the bottom as it goes round your reel. Because a multiplier, you're guiding it on with your thumb anyhow, so it stops at your thumb and just pull it off. But, it's pleasant. Rain stopped now. Don't look like any more rain. It's clear sky now. Well, don't look like rain. There's a flipping rainbow over there, isn't there? Rain over there. It's all great, but that's out that way. Me is clear, and it looks like it's going to be clear as well. We've got a safe wind today, so it's blowing down the beach, but I think the wind has calmed down a bit. In F4 now. It was supposed to be F4. Well, I only saw the weather up until about 5. It's gone 5 now. So, yeah, it's pleasant. Let's get me bait bag. not too bad here, actually. Ooh, getting old, getting old. I think I would come back here again, actually. But I wouldn't go to Wivensea to get some fresh bait. What I think I'm gonna start doing is I've got to start. I'm not much of a planner for fishing. It gets to like 3 hours for a good tide, and I think to myself I need to be going. So what I need to do is for beach trips at least. I need to plan in a week or so's time and order my bait from Hooker's Baits. I think I'll try them and get some ragworm, I think, and then go fishing with that. Because I did take the wrong turn, but it was a trek as well to just to keep getting some bait. I should have just fished at Hornsey and forgot about Wivensea, but at least I know where the bait shop is now. So that is one thing. And I'll try and plan it. I'll try and work the weather out if I can on the internet as best you can. If it's raining, it's raining, innit? But order my bait. Try and tie it in with the day that the bait comes. So the bait come, then go to the fishing the next day. I think that's what I'll do. Lots of green stones everywhere. Probably some iron in it or something. So my fishing weight is right in along the shoreline, so I'm going to have to reel it in. So it's me again. So I'm going to sign off again now. My line is literally, well, it ain't too bad, it's out that way. Tide's pulling to the right, isn't it? It's obvious because high tides increase as they come down. Here, Hornsey, Brid, Hornsey, Wivensea, all the tides increase till you get into the river. I think from Cleethorpes to Grimsby, which are on top of one another, I think the tides are like 15-20 minutes to Immingham increase, you know. So that's why it's taken my line to the right. I expect there's a proper name for that, but I don't know. Be nice if I can get used to this fishing rod and learn to pendulum cast it. Takes up to the power takes up to 7 ounce weight. I expect that's 7 ounce and bait, or 7 ounces including the bait, sorry. But if I've got to put a 7 ounce on it, I'll have to put a 7 ounce on it, and there's only a bit of lugworm on it. I'm hoping that this grey sky air feels like the wind's changed. I can't tell if it's blowing down here, the beach, or whether it's blowing from over there, which means all this rainy clouds coming. So I have to keep an eye on that. We'll get caught out in that again. Oh, see, now that's my rod's knocking again. Now that'll be well, and no, it won't be. I was going to say that'll be the waves breaking, but they aren't breaking out there. So that's either my weight rolling along has gone again. It's not going to be a fish, is it? What's the chance of me catching a fish? I mean, everybody moans about catching dogfish, don't they? I've never caught a dogfish. Until last year, the only fish I'd ever caught, bearing in mind I only used to fish in Yarmouth, Hopton, Britannia Pier in Yarmouth, Galston, Pier, beaches, you know. All I'd ever caught as a boy was cod, or codling, whiting, dab, plaice, flounder. Someone's pulling that. There must be a lot of weed on there. It's only last year I've caught my first ever turbot. Caught a weaver fish. What else have I caught? This year, when I was in Cumbria, waiting for someone to fish with me, who never did, I caught my first bass, which was big enough to take home, but I didn't. I put it back. So I thought the rules were that you couldn't take one still. And then when I went down to Norfolk this year, I caught a bass. That was a nice bass. So I've caught a bass now, turbot, weaver. I've not ever caught a dogfish. And people moan about catching them, and I'm sure if you pull out 12 or 13, it'll probably get a bit bored of it. But at least you're pulling something out. You listen to people doing videos, and they don't catch anything and blank, and they're then saying, "Oh, I'm going to go carp fishing, or I'm going to pack this in." I hardly ever catch anything. Well, that's a lie. I normally pull out one fish. I don't normally blank. I went fishing last weekend and filmed it, and there's no audio because the bloody camera's crap. But I pulled a whiting out, good size whiting as well. I could have took it up. Nice fat little bugger he was. Anyhow, I'm going to pull this rod in, see what's on it. Must be a load of weed. I don't know if you want to see it. I'll leave it on so you can watch. Getting into this now. seaweed again. Well, that's not a fish. That's not a fish, definitely not a fish. That's seaweed. So, we're back again. I cast that again. Shouldn't really done. And had a cup of tea. So, it'd just be nice if that rod tip cracked over. It's getting there. It's getting darker now, as you can obviously tell. There's a chap down there. He's fishing. There, he's fishing. And I'm still fishing. And that reel, I wonder if every single click is an extra bit of seaweed going around my line. It would be nice to carry on fishing tonight. It's not cold. I've got my coat on, like, but that's only because it's raining. But it's not cold. It's a nice evening. It'd be nice to fish. Seaweed will get better at me in the end. Anyhow, I'm going to finish my tea off. It's dark, and I'll just show you. Old fisherman's still down there. There's my rod. I don't know if you can pick any of that up. Yeah, you can. Let me put my light on. See the tip of that? Wind still died. It picked up again a little bit for about 20 minutes, then it just disappeared again. Absolutely cracking night. It's not cold, but then I have got dressed up, so I am dressed for it. So, but it's not cold. Beautiful night. The sky was clear a minute ago. You could see all the stars. I've had a fish. I had a good bite that I saw. Reeled it in. I had stack loads of weed on the line, and I had a whiting. I'd say it was about 28 centimetres long. Nice fish. Come off the hook okay, put it in the water. It floated in the water for a little bit and then it swam off. I've checked the shoreline up and down and there's no fish there, so it did swim off. So I haven't blanked. I didn't get it on camera because obviously it's a whiting and they don't like being out of water long, and I haven't got a bucket here with any water in so I can put it in. which is something that I'm going to be doing. So after the next payday I should be buying a bucket. So no blanks, thank God for that. When I fished Wivensea at the beginning of this year, I think it might have been March time, February, March, might have even been February. I blanked then. So it's nice to come on this coast and not blank. I think if I'd gone to Hornsey I wouldn't have blanked, I'd have caught there, because very good for catching fish there. But then today might have been a different day, man. But it's I don't know if you can get all those flashing red lights out there, but that's all them windmills. We've got some boats out there. That's down there. I don't know if you're picking this up. This is my torch, my head torch. I don't know if you can actually see this. Good if you can. It's a Phoenix 50, HL 50 or something like that. Very good torch. There's a power which is brighter than this. There you go. Now on this setting, it only lasts about 2 to 3 hours. Yeah. But there, that's not a bad torch, is it? Head torch. I can see. Yeah. Lights the sea up. I'm fishing now. The bait I'm fishing is I'm fishing razor fish. It's what I caught the whiting on. Oh, razor clam, you know. Razor fish, razor clam. The clam. Dopey sod. And I don't know how bright this is for the camera, but that light there next to me. There's my rod bag there, and my bait bag, my bait box, and the bright light, which is probably dazzling you. That's a, let me show you. It's that. It's a Makita floodlight, work floodlight. I use it for work, and believe it or not, I also use it for fishing. That's why I bought it. So again, this is Easington. It's on the just up from Spurn Point. Easington. And yeah, it's just up from Kilnsea. I'm in between Kilnsea and oh, I forgot what the other town is. This is my CRS. Anyhow, it's between Kilnsea and Hornsey, but there is another village in between, town in between that. Wivensea, that's it, Wivensea. I saw when I was coming down there, I saw the turning for Sandlemon, where they do the World Championship, what they call the European Championship for fishing. That was a bite. Should really be called the British Sea Fishing World Championship, shouldn't it? Not the bloody European. It's never in Europe, it's always in Britain or England, because it's on this coastline, and we're now leaving the EU sometime. They ought to rename it, don't they? So I saw the turning for there, and I was going to shoot down there and see if I could get onto the cliffs to get see if I could go fishing there, but I don't know if you've only got access from the Holdy Park. But I'll go have a look one day. I saw a couple of other roads which said to the sea, so I might investigate them as well. But I must remember to go through Hull to Wivensea, and not the trek that I did. Now that, on that rod there, that was either weed pulling on the weight, because I'm now only casting out around about 40 yards. I tried that to see if the weed was less, and the weed isn't less, but the because it's not out so far, it's not pulling on the line with all the seaweed and pulling the weight out. It is actually holding bottom now because I'm not out so far. Anyhow, I've got one more bait to use after this, and then I should be heading home. My phone don't work, I've got no bloody network. Now I don't know whether that's because I'm on this beach and there's no network on this beach, or whether my bloody phone's packed up, I don't know. Yeah, I must be the only person that can be on a beach on his own, talking to a bloody camera, moaning, and it's a glorious night. Got nothing to moan about, and here I am, still whittering on. Anyhow, that's it for now. I shall get back to you before I go, whether it's at the van or if I get a £7 cod. I'll obviously fire the camera up. But there, let me turn my thing off. Anyhow, that's the head torch. Phoenix. I think it's some at 50. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Please subscribe when I upload this film. Anyhow, subscribe. You know, I can't think of anything better than watching a YouTube video of me rattling on, moaning, groaning. But there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye. Well, cast out my last bait. And then I wrapped another bait up, so I've got another one to go. It's so nice here. It's just me and one other chap who's way down there. There's nobody else on the beach for miles. I don't know how much of this you get. I know that you can see it, but I don't know whether this camera's good enough to pick up everything. The moon, you can see the moon, that orange bit just above my rod rest to the left. Moon's just coming up, and it's behind a cloud at the minute. That's the moon. That's the trouble, when you zoom out, out to pick something up. That moon is going to look glorious in a bit. I thought when I got the whiting that the rod would start rattling a bit more. We're at high tide, it must be slack tide now. hasn't gone down yet. It's still where it's been for a long time. Unless is high tide at 8:30? I don't know. Just put that on. So gone off. I've just run out of battery. When I brought the line in a minute ago. All the bait had gone off me. Hooks. So I had a good bite, and then when I reeled it in, there was nothing on the hook, no bait on the hook, so it could just be crabs. It's 8:15 now. I've got a fish on this. Well, second whiting. Only a small pin whiting, but there. Good bite. A bit 3 times and then it went quiet. He's getting wind at the top as well. If you can see, whether you can see this or not. See something, can't you? Take up again. Well, that's the second whiting. I think I had a fish on the other one, but it must have got off. All the bait had gone. Couldn't have been a crab because it was a bite as good as that one. Right, well,
That might have been better if I'd gone like that.
there, it's all learning curve. Don't know if you can see the moon now. Let me try and zoom out. Yeah. That's the moon. Now going behind some more clouds. So well, I don't know whether you got that white, and I did hold it up. I didn't check whether it was on the camera, but that was a little bit smaller than the first whiting I got. I've had 3 good bites, two that have had whiting on, and one obviously that had the bait all gone and nothing on. So it could have been crabs, or it could have been a fish that had bit it and didn't take the bait. So it's been good. It's been nice weather. Still nice now. It's pitch black. I think I've cast out my last cast now. I think high tide is at 8:30. I'm not sure. It's either 6:30 or 8:30. Well, it isn't 6:30 because the water ain't moved. I think tide's at 8:30, and I should rarely fish till 9:30. The weed's gone. That's good. But then I'm only chucking it out probably 50 yards. I ain't chucking it out any further. I'm getting on better with the rod now. First couple of casts felt terrible. Probably because whenever I go fishing at Immingham in the Humber, I'm always using me Shakespeare's 15-foot surfs, 4 to 8 ounce, yeah, and they're very soft rod, very soft. So grab hold of a stiffer rod and it feels a lot different, doesn't it? And you're not used to it, so let's hope it was just that. It feels better now. I'm only thumping it out overhead. When it was still a little bit light, I did 2 off the ground casts, and they felt a lot better as well. So yeah, whereas I was a bit nervous about the rod and thinking, Jesus, I'm gonna have to get the elite power, which is the fiberglass glass tip one. So I've already got that rod, so I've got 2 that match. It looks like I might be able to keep this one, because I think I'll go out onto a field and start doing some casting on the field when there's no kids about laughing at you. You never go very long on the field, or I never used to. It used to be like 6, 7, 8 casts, and then you're knackered. So you then pack up and come home. So I shall do that, and no doubt I'll get better and better with the rod, better using it, and it'll be fine. I'm a lot better now. I always worry casting with a multiplier at night, because you can never see when the weight's going to hit the water for you to put your thumb on it. And if you do a crap cast and you lose your weight, I'm like, Jesus Christ, Jesus. But all I'm doing now is at night time I'm casting it, and after it's been running for a while, I start just putting my thumb on the spool, and you can hear it. I've got gloves on, you can hear it just touching on the spool, and I'm not getting any other runs. I've got the mag set at halfway. and getting on alright with it. So the reels are fine and the rod's okay, so onwards and upwards. So that'll do for now. You've had a bit of nighttime fishing with Vern at Easington. Got that right. It's a CRS. I suffer with CRS. The other chap's now going. He's now packing up and going on. He might come over here, so I'll sign off now and I'll speak to you later. Bye. Seaweed.